Okay, being delivered. What is being delivered? Well, I'm glad you asked. When Jesus would heal someone, he would say, demon come out, be healed, whatever the case may be. But when Christ delivered somebody, they were no more afflicted by the disease, the like leprosy, or if it was a demon, the demon didn't bother him anymore. Even as much as the maniac of Gadara the Lord talked about, or the Bible talked about, where the Lord delivered a man from, there was 12 legions, I think the Bible said, of demons that were in the man. And the Bible said they found him dressed, sitting in his right mind, and he was really a wild man. I mean, the Bible expressed him like something straight out of hell. Being delivered is being set free. You know, I was in a situation, I don't want to give away any names or anything like this, because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings in my family, because this took place in my family, and they'll probably know who it is, but I'm not going to give away any names. This one particular person was sick and dying, and someone who was there said, after this person had passed away, someone who was there said, well, God healed him and took him home. And you know, I thought about that for a while, and I still think about it sometimes. But there is no such thing as someone that has been delivered or healed, which is the same thing, that dies from the affliction. Because, see, when you're delivered, you're set free from that thing. When we walk into the portals of heaven, we're going to be totally set free from the effects of sin. Right now, we are suffering from the effects of sin. You know, when my dad passed away, he suffered 10 or 12 days, and he suffered terribly from the disease that he had, and he suffered even more before that came along. And I've talked to other people that have had cancer, and they've told me the worst part about it is the feeling that they get of being so sick. And that's true, but this is what's going on with them. They're being subject to the laws of the Ten Commandments. When God said, if you eat of this tree, you will die, then they're being subjected to the law of suffering. And when we are delivered from it, when we're set free, we're delivered. That's what it's about. It no longer has any effect. And one of the things that the Lord told me, put into my heart, when my dad passed away, he said, the Lord said, he is free from the curse. And that's what it is. My dad was suffering the curse of the law in his death. And a lot of people do. And did my dad go to heaven? Yes, I believe that he did. Then I don't want to go any further than that. But Dad suffered, yes. And but his suffering is done. This life that you live will totally relate to how that you die. You know what I mean? And we are set free from the effects of sin. We're set free from the curse when we are delivered. People today are we're supposed to be praying and being set free and being delivered. Luke 4:18 tells us right there what ministry is, to be set at liberty those that are bound and Even talks about raising the dead, and that whole thing is talking about being delivered. And I know this: when I'm delivered from a curse, the curse has no more effect on me. And I know the difference between being blessed and being cursed. And you know what? This world that we're living in is still under that curse. Still under. You don't have to look very far. You can see how little babies are getting sick and young kids are dying. I see that cancer commercial on TV where that real beautiful young girl is sitting there with her part of her leg missing, talking about hope, how that there is a hope for a cure and it'll all be over. And see, when we're delivered from that curse, nobody's going to lose any more legs. You know what I mean? When we're delivered from it. And that's what being delivered. There's no such thing as being halfway in and halfway out and you're delivered. No, that's not what it is. If you're not totally set free, then you're not delivered. Amen. Alright, thanks for joining me. See you again next time. Crossing the Middle Ministry with another great subject.